everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on my thumbnail. I am so happy to see your beautiful faces today. In this video, I want to share with you some of my favorite gourmands. These particular gourmands are specifically catered for when the weather is changing. It's getting a little bit cooler, the days are getting, the temperatures are lowering, and now we're feeling a little bit more comfortable bringing those gourmand cozy scents out. Now I'm going to have some options and recommendations for the daytime and also for the evening time. But if this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Moraima. In this channel, I share some of my passions such as fragrance, self-care, and decor. And if that sounds like your jam, check out some of my other videos. And if you like them, well, become a part of the family. Hit that notification bell and you would be notified of my weekly videos. For my returning subscribers, I love to see your beautiful faces every single week. I don't get to see you. I know you get to see me, but I get to chat with you in the comments, and I thank you so much for that. But without further ado, let's get started. I want to get started with the fragrances that I would wear mainly at the beginning of the day. As the weather changes, some of these, depending where you're located, the daytime is a little bit warmer, obviously not as warm as full-blown summertime. It's warmer, but then it surely gets cooler as the day progresses and it gets into the afternoon and evening time. So these particular fragrances may be a little fruity. They're in the category of gourmand fruity, and it's like a cocktail of that. So the very first gourmand that I would wear in cooler days is one of the few floral fruity gourmands that you can also wear during the summertime. So this would be appropriate for those warmer days that can potentially turn into the evening. And because it's floral fruity gourmand, it has a lot of gourmand properties. It is totally safe to wear it in the cooler days. And the one I'm talking about is La Lique by Soleil, the beautiful sunburst bottle. I call it my sunburst bottle. One thing that I wanted to mention is that I'm trying to include in this video fragrances that are available for you to get your hands on. I have a lot of other beautiful gourmands that I love to wear, but unfortunately they're either off the market, they have been discontinued, and it's not fun when you find, a good description of a fragrance and you're not able to get your hands on. So the ones that I have here are all still in the market, and the ones that I'm not mentioning that I still love, unfortunately, they're not available. If at some point they become back available, then I will definitely include it in a future video. But back to this. So this is a beautiful floral fruity gourmand that is watery and it's easy to wear. It's light. Now this would be something that I would wear a little bit more dressy in case you are meeting up for brunch with friends or going on a day date. This would apply to that. It's such a beautiful combination between a watery pear and juicy mandarin with like milk and caramel and cardamom and almond and all of these things that are components of a dessert. Usually desserts ingredients include fruits and milk and caramel and a lot of the buttery, creamy ingredients, almonds. Honestly, I love this fragrance. I just can't get enough. This is so beautiful. Let me just give it a spray. And just this mister, look at that. It's a beautiful mist. Yeah, it's gourmand, but it's light. It's not heavy, dark, deep. This definitely I wouldn't wear it during the winter time. If the days get a little too cold, then this fragrance would probably not shine at all, which is why I'm putting it during the daytime when it's still a little bit warmer. The main accords are sweet, fruity, lactonic, warm, spicy, citrus, nutty, caramel, almond, and coffee. On the top notes, we're starting with mandarin orange, bitter almond, cardamom. Middle notes, juicy pear, milk, caramel, candied almond, coffee, and jasmine. And for the base notes, praline, white musk, and sandalwood. To me, this is a safe bet as well. It's a beautiful fragrance that is light enough for it to be worn during the day when it's still a little bit warm outside, but it's sophisticated enough for you to either go to work or go to an event or go to a brunch or go to a restaurant or meet the parents or any event that you're going to be during the day and you're looking to have something gourmand but yet light enough. Once again, this was Soleil by La Lique. The next one is an oldie but a goodie, and although it's not considered fully a gourmand, any fragrance that has notes that are dessert-like or edible-like, or any note ingredient that could be used in a dessert, to me that's a gourmand. It's just the way I interpret fragrances. Let me know in the comments below if you feel the same way. If you have a fragrance that has caramel and dulce de leche and milk and cream and whipped cream and creme brulee and all of these dessert-like notes, then they're kind of sort of like a gourmand, right? Anyways, the one I'm talking about is Wanted Girl by Azzaro. I think it's supposed to be a grenade, this little thing over here. here, and the juice is beautiful. I have a backup of this. This is how much I love it. It's an amber floral, but to me it's more like an amber gourmand. It has a ginger and dulce de leche note inside that to me is just gorgeous. It's super yummy, and when I don't know what to wear, I'm not crazy about this situation. Like, it doesn't work too well all the time. Guys, I just discovered something. If you knew this, let me know in the comments below, but I had no idea. Like, I have 2 bottles of this and I had no idea that you could do this. You can spray it through the little gauge over here. You can spray it through here, and you can also spray it through the button in the top. I had no idea. I thought you can only do the whole mechanism of like a grenade on the side. Anyways, it's a nice mist. Beautiful mist. This fragrance has almost everything that I love in a fragrance. It has orange blossom, it has ginger, it has pink pepper. It's sweet with the dulce de leche. To me, it's a good fragrance. I love this fragrance, and I know it's old, and I know that, you know, it's nothing innovative, and I know that this packaging situation is, you know, we have seen better, but I love it. And I've tried some of the flankers and they don't compare. To me, the OG is the best. The combination of the orange blossom, the dulce de leche, and the tonka bean at the base, guys, it's yummy. I really enjoy it. So this would be something that I would wear during the day, and I could also wear it in the afternoon and evening if I don't need something that is extremely formal. This lasts on me probably about 3 hours, then I would need to like reapply, because after that, it depends, obviously hair and clothing, it lasts a little bit longer. To me, this is just extremely yummy. I also have the lotion that I use with it, so I bring it with me, and if I need to make a decant, I make a decant. But to me, it's just a really good fragrance. It definitely satisfied my gourmand side, but at the same time, I find it sexy, I find it appealing, I find it interesting. And like I said, you either layer it with the matching cream or you layer it with an unscented lotion, and it definitely is going to help with the longevity of the fragrance. But to me, this is a no-brainer. This is a no-brainer. This is another one that I want to have in my collection all of the time. On the main accords, we have sweet, lactonic, white floral, warm spicy, woody, vanilla, and caramel. And for the notes, we start at the top with ginger flower, orange blossom, pomegranate, pink pepper. On the middle note, creamy dulce de leche and datura. On the base notes, tonka bean, patchouli, and Haitian vetiver. If any of you have this fragrance, let me know in the comments below. Do you still like it? Are you over it? Are you tired? I still like it a lot. To me, is one of the ones that I really want to have in my collection. Sometimes I don't know what to wear. I just want something cozy and warm and just gourmand-ish, but not ready for like the heavy hitters. Then this is definitely the ones that I reach for. Once again, this was Wanted Girl by Azzaro. The next one is another amber vanilla that has a beautiful note of marshmallow inside. And do we all know that we love some marshmallows, right? Almost any dessert that has marshmallows is guaranteed to be good. And the one I'm talking about is Princess by 𝐂𝐚𝐻𝐭𝐞𝐫𝐬, or I Don't Need a Prince by My Side to Be a Princess. Oh my God. This is another fragrance that you can wear during the day. You can wear in the afternoon. You can wear not necessarily extremely dressy. I think this is going to be a lot more of a casual scent. It's so yummy. Unfortunately, it's getting harder and harder to find here in Canada, but I know you guys in the States can definitely still get your hands on it. I didn't know how much I was gonna like it, and I only have the 30 ml, but I am on the hunt for a bigger bottle because it's harder to find, you know, over here. So good. It's still considered an amber vanilla, but to me it's very gourmandish. You know, the fact that you have these notes that are dessert-like that we usually use as condiments to make desserts, then definitely gives a gourmand quality to the fragrance. This, as I said, to me, casual, not necessarily going out. It could be day, it could be night, it could be any time of the day. The cooler it is, obviously, the more you probably need to overspray if you wanna, you know, if you don't want it to be more like a skin scent. But if you're going to the movies, if you're going like for dinner with your significant other on like day of the week or something like that, if you are out and about with friends, you're going to a friend's house, anything casual, this fragrance I think works great. But it's just so yummy. The main accords, sweet, vanilla, powdery, warm spicy, fresh, amber, and citrus. And for the notes, at the top, we start with lemon. Middle notes, green tea, ginger, peach, hedione, jasmine, apple, and on the base notes, marshmallow, vanilla, and benzoin. So Princess is definitely a beautiful, sweet, gourmand-ish fragrance that will satisfy any gourmand lover. I think that is another good one to have in your collection. If you have been curious about it, try to smell it. I know that at Sephora it's super readily available, and I'm going definitely to leave links down below. But this one is fun, and I love the fact that it's such an easy carry. You can put it in a weekend bag, like if you're going for a weekend with friends and family or any, like it's a good one to carry. You're not going to be afraid that your bottle's going to break. This is glass and this is plastic. This part is glass and this part is plastic, but still the way it's made, it doesn't feel very delicate. It's easy for you to carry it, especially if you have the smaller one, and it's not going to feel like you're going to break your fragrance. I absolutely love it. I wouldn't carry it in a purse, however, because this little ball is a little bit heavy, just a tiny bit, compared to, well, depending on the size of your bag for sure. I've been trying to downsize on my bag game because let me tell you, my shoulders were definitely feeling it. But nevertheless, this was another beautiful option for the gourmand lover, Princess by 𝐂𝐿𝐸. The next one is a powerhouse, definitely consider a floral fruity gourmand, but let me just tell you, this fragrance does not lack in performance, and I'm sure you've heard about it. And this is Jasmine Wisp by Rosassi. This fragrance is extremely yummy. I would definitely wear this, again, casual during the day. It's very fruity, and one would think that is not a gourmand or that it's not fall-ish or cooler days appropriate, but it definitely shines. It smells a little bit less tropical, I find, when the weather gets a little bit cooler. I would definitely wear it during the day, like I said, or evening time if it's just a very casual type of setting. This is such a bright burst of passion fruit, but backed up with a lot of gourmand notes. This is not for the faint of heart. This is for someone who absolutely loves fruity, who loves fragrances that pack a punch, and someone who wants their fragrance to be just swayed away and just dispersed everywhere with these cooler days, because obviously with the cooler days, you know, there's a little bit of wind and it definitely helps the fragrance just dissipate out and about. This is definitely a cocktail of fruit. You have to like fruits. If you're looking for a more of a lactonic gourmand, then this is not going to be the fragrance for you. If you're looking for something that is a little bit syrupy and thick, this is not going to be the fragrance for you. This is for the gourmand lover that likes their fruits, that loves bright, punchy fruit, but in a gourmand way. Let's take a look at the notes. The main accords: sweet, fruity, vanilla, tropical, citrus, white floral, amber, fresh, coconut, and powdery. And for the notes, we're starting at the top with mandarin orange, grapefruit, lemon. Middle notes: passion fruit, white flower, pear, coconut, and peach. On the base notes, vanilla, tonka bean, and amber. So if you're looking for something that is very sweet and it's very fruity and it packs a punch and it's going to have incredible performance, then Jasmine Wisp is going to be the one that won't disappoint. I think it's a great one to have when you don't want something that is syrupy and milky, that it's more like in the fruity side, then this definitely works. And I love to layer this. So when I have a fragrance that is a little bit on the opposite end and I want to add a touch of fruit, just one spray, maybe two of this, and oh my goodness, it just takes my other fragrances to the next level. Let me know in the comments below if you would like me to make a video of my combinations or how I layer different fragrances. I would love to do that for you if it's to your interest, obviously. If not, just let me know in the comments below. I know that a lot of people like to layer, and this is one of my powerhouses to layer with other fragrances. Anyways, amazing. Once again, Jasmine Wisp by Rosassi. I was debating if I was gonna leave this fragrance for last because it's more of an evening fragrance, but I wanna leave my very, very favorite for last. And another thing that I realized is that I thought I had more gourmands than that in my collection. As I was preparing for this video, I'm picking out all my fragrances and I'm noticing that although I love beautiful gourmands cocooning fragrances, I don't have as many as I thought I did. And it's almost as if my nose is slowly changing and I had absolutely no idea that it was happening. But definitely, I want to know what are your recommendations for gourmands below. Let me know what are your favorites, because I think like my collection is lacking a little bit in the gourmand side. These are the ones that I interpret as being gourmand, or that they have a gourmand note or touch, or they are a combination of floral fruity gourmand or amber gourmand. And the next one is another one that just because of the notes alone, it becomes super dessert-like quality, and it's Carolina Herrera Good Girl Légère. I absolutely we're not even going to talk about the bottle just yet. But this fragrance has beautiful notes of dulce de leche and praline in it. So that in itself makes it extremely dessert-like. But this would be the one that if I want to be gourmand and going out, this is the one I'm grabbing. If I want to smell yummy, I want to smell dessert-like, but at the same time sexy, because obviously, then this would be the one that I would be pulling. I don't know that I like the OG better than this one. I think that this one is a little bit just different compared to the OG. I think that I smell some of the other flankers, and to me this is a little bit more yummy. Maybe it's because of that dulce de leche. I'm biased, what can I tell you? I absolutely love dulce de leche. Who was eating that when they were a little kid? I don't know if you're from any Latin background, that you probably have had your fair share of condensed milk and dulce de leche at home. But coming back to this is a beautiful fragrance that has a sweet lactonic, which that would interpret dessert-like quality. And guys, this is sexy. I don't know. I mean, I know that it's been out in the market for a little while, but it's sexy. It's still, it rocks. It has its place. I mean, it was only launched 3 years ago, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's not extremely old, but you know, this turnaround of fragrances that we have lately, like every 3 days there's 5 new fragrances, it definitely becomes a little bit older. But this one I think is also another safe bet. I want to know, what are your recommendations for going out fragrances at night that are gourmands? I want to see how I can compare this with something else. This is yummy, this is sexy, this is super enveloping, and I would even wear this with a cozy sweater. It doesn't necessarily have to be black dress going out clubbing. You can wear it with a cozy sweater when you're all put together, you're going out with friends for a birthday, and you're like dressed in a way that, you know, it's kind of like half casual, half dressy. This can definitely rock. I really enjoy it, and to me this is another one that I have thought a couple of times of, you know, getting rid of it and maybe just getting something else in my collection, but I just can't do it. I really enjoy it. So on the notes, on the main accords, we have sweet, lactonic, white floral, woody, amber, citrus, warm spicy, yellow floral, and vanilla. And for the notes, it's starting at the top with ylang ylang, mandarin orange, lemon, bergamot. On the middle notes, jasmine, tuberose, orange blossom, and Bulgarian rose. And on the base notes, we have dulce de leche, tonka bean, praline, cinnamon, sandalwood, cashmere wood, amber, musk, patchouli, and cedar. Tell me if those notes don't sound yummy. But back to this bottle. Don't you look at this bottle and say, it's sexy time? Like, you just look at this bottle before you even apply it, and it just makes you be in the mood that you're supposed to be in order for you to feel and impersonate that alter ego, that other version of yourself that definitely brings that sexy out of you, and I absolutely love it. I think this is one of my favorite shoe out of all the other ones that they have as well. I know that they have a brand new one, Very Good Girl or Very Bad Girl, something like that. It's a red shoe. You would think that it would be a different type of fragrance. It's actually, I had the opportunity of smelling it like yesterday or the day before yesterday, and it's a little bit Delina-like, you know, so the rhubarb and rose and all of that. And I don't know, I don't think I'm interested into getting that into my collection since I already have Delina. But back to this is a really good option for a gourmand, creamy, lactonic evening scent, Carolina Herrera Good Girl Leche. And guys, up next, it's my baby. It's the one I love the most. This fragrance, when I tell you, it's the epitome of gourmand yumminess. It's the epitome. To me, it's the best that I've been able to lay hands on just yet. That's why I'm asking for your recommendations. But to me, this is just incredible. I wanted it for the longest time, and when I was able to add it to my collection. And the one I'm talking about is La Danza del Libellule by Nobili, 1942, I believe. Yes. This bottle is gorgeous, but let's talk about the scent. It is yumminess. I wish I can make you smell this through the camera. It has apple, it has cinnamon, it has vanilla, it has coconut. It smells like a warm, cozy, fluffy, like the best apple pie. But not just the apple pie, like the filling. Like, what would the crust, warm with the powdered sugar on top, would smell like? Like, all of that is impersonated in this fragrance. Oh. It is gorgeous. It is just gorgeous. To me, I absolutely love this fragrance. I love it. It is yummy, it is decadent, but not goopy or syrupy. Although we're talking about cooked apples, it still has a brightness and an airiness to it. It's like they were able to combine both of them. Oh my God, it smells incredible. It's warm, it's cozy, it's spicy, it's sweet, it's fruity. It has all of it together. This is one that definitely I wouldn't wear for like a super formal evening out. This is not that type of fragrance. This is something that you can dress it up for sure, absolutely, but it wouldn't be like gala or like little black dress. This is a little bit different. And usually gourmand fragrances, when we're looking for that cozy, enveloping, cocooning, super like yummy type of fragrance, it's not necessarily like femme fatale sexy. It's a little bit different. The only one, I think it was like that Good Girl from Carolina Herrera, but usually gourmand fragrances, they don't evoke that feeling. They evoke a feeling of coziness and closeness and intimate, and it's a little bit different than a sexy femme fatale type of fragrance. But this is so different. It's just, it smells like nothing I've smelled before. I know a lot of people compare it a little bit to Angel's Share by 𝐂𝐚𝐻𝐭𝐞𝐫𝐬 because of that apple pie-ish type of, but this is completely different. It does have a little bit of a hint. I would say they're like distant cousins. Let's take a look at the notes. On the main accords, we have vanilla, fruity, sweet, cinnamon, powdery, warm, spicy, coconut, fresh, and citrus. And on the notes, red apple, bergamot, middle notes, cinnamon and cedar, base notes, vanilla, coconut, and musk. As you can see, not only the fragrance is beautiful, this bottle is incredible. I love how ornate it is. I'm sure you saw on the B-roll, on every single side, there's a little bit of an engraving. And the dance of the dragonfly, or la danza del libellule as it is in Italian, it's a beautiful, sophisticated, the cap is super heavy. It's really, really heavy. I mean, you can hurt someone with this. It's super well made. Here at the top, at the front here is a plaque, so it's not a sticker. It's top-notch quality. I think that they did an incredible job with this one. It's a very unforgettable fragrance. I think that once someone smells this on you, it would be hard to forget it. And the bergamot definitely gives it like a nice freshness and greenness at the top of the fragrance, but the apple, the cinnamon, and the vanilla keeps it cozy and yummy and gourmand and just, oh my goodness, I love it. Let me know in the comments below if you have tried this one, if the notes are appealing to you. To me, this is my favorite. Out of all the ones that we spoke today, this is my favorite out of all of them. I left a link below so you can get a little bit more information on it. It's gorgeous. What can I say? I absolutely love it. To me, it's the yummiest of them all. And once again, this is La Danza del Libellule by Nobile 1942. Do you have any of these? Do you share the same taste and opinions as I do? To me, these are super yummy and they're great fragrances to have in your repertoire. Or the notes of any of them intrigue you? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know what is your favorite gourmand, because as you can see, I need to amp up, I need to add a little bit more, and I need to discover more gourmands in my collection. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Make sure it turns gray, the button, so that you can be notified on the next upload. And until the next time, thank you so much for joining me today. Mwah, big hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.